Isn't it amazing how they just sear right into your brain and they will be with you from childhood for eternity? Great commercial hooks, jingles. That's when you're doing it right. It's like the TV show Mad Men, which was all about people that were creating commercials and everything. And what a great era. I feel like I grew up in the golden age of commercials because there were so many good jingles. Now, a lot of the commercials are so straightforward. They don't have those awesome little songs.
I do feel like it's starting to make a slight comeback. A slight comeback.
And it should.
It should.
I think this segment, for any advertising exec out there, it should be clear and evident that if you have a great jingle, it will sear into somebody's brain, and 20, 30, 40, 50 years later, they will be able to recall it like nothing.
You're right. I mean, I remember from when I was a little kid. The word for word, I still remember them.
Yeah. All of these, I think you probably would know. To make my point, tell me these aren't some of the greatest commercials that are likely stuck in your head. We got a lot of people texting in with the ones that worked for them. 877-979-WRMF. Do you remember BandAid?
I'm stuck on BandAid because BandAid stuck on me.
Yep.
I am stuck on BandAid brand because BandAid stuck on me. I am stuck on BandAid brand because germ don't stick on me.
I mean, it's kids
adorable.
singing.
It is. It plays.
Catchy. It's memorable.
And you can get kids to sing for real cheap.
Especially back then. Oh my gosh.
Those kids didn't make a dime.
There were no rules back then.
Yeah.
Child labor laws were not in effect.
That's when adults were in charge back then.
I think this might be one of the best jingles of all time. Still go through it. Still think that it's awesome. It's catchy. It burned into my brain. And I don't even know if I've ever had baby back ribs.
Oh, yeah.
But that chili song, man.
Mama, baby back, baby back, baby back. Mama, baby back, baby back, baby back. Mama, baby. Chili's, mama, baby back ribs. Mama, baby. Chili's, baby back ribs. Barbecue sauce. Chili's, mama, baby back ribs. Mama, baby. Chili's, baby back ribs.
Barbecue sauce. I mean, come on.
It
Don't
is.
you have it? Barbecue sauce.
It's 10 out of 10. And then they did that in The Office, too. Steve Carell's character sang it, which gave it so much extra life.
Yeah. Might that be the greatest?
That's a
Strong one.
That's a banger.
Possibly. I mean, is there one that is better than the Chili's? I think not. Some of the other suggestions here. Do you remember this? This is a really good jingle as well from Oscar Mayer. And I mean, who would have ever thought that 30 years later I would be singing about Baloney?
My baloney has a first name. It's O-S-C-A-R. My baloney has a second name. It's M-A-Y-E-R. Oh, I love to eat it every day. And if you ask me why, I'll say, 'cause Oscar Mayer has a way with B-O-L-O-G-N-A.
Oscar Mayer, the first name in Bologna.
How's that?
Bologna? It's not Bologna.
No.
It's
Baloney.
spelled Bologna.
Bologna?
There has been people who have called it Bologna.
Bologna.
And
If somebody came over and be, hey, do you have a Bologna sandwich? You'd be like, what? A Bologna
I know
sandwich?
people that have that last name, and they pronounce it Bologna.
Yeah, but it's bologna.
I mean, when you're talking about the cheap processed meat, it's bologna.
I mean, if you're getting technical, isn't it Bologna?
That is a tricky word.
Yeah, that one throws me. I'm not feeling it. Bologna.
That's the one that had the Wiener Mobile, right?
Yes, Oscar Mayer Wiener Mobile.
So when I was living in New York working at Mix 104, we had a whole summer of the Wiener Mobile.
Yeah.
And I was lowest man on the totem pole.
Yep.
So I had to go out and hand out Wiener coupons
Yep.
on the side of that Wiener Mobile. And they played that song coming out of the speakers all the time.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
I was cursed with that too. That was a mid-'90s thing.
That was a mid-90s. The Wiener Mobile was popular.
You really kind of delved into the food world when you were younger. You were the rat from Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
You're dealing with the Wiener Mobile.
You're sitting with a power player. If you realize
I mean,
that.
that is kind of impressive to me.
Put some respect on my name.
Another great commercial jingle that seared itself right into my brain in childhood. I even had the T-shirt. McDonald's. You know,
they've had a few.
They've had a few
that have been awesome.
The Quarter Pounder song
Big
was
Mac
amazing.
Filet of fish, Quarter Pounder French fry,
That's
icy
right.
Coke, milkshake, sundae, and apple pie.
Get
you
it,
deserve
get it.
a break today at McDonald's. Is that the one?
no,
That's a great one.
no, that is a great one. This is the one I was thinking of.
To all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
Say that again.
To all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
Yeah.
And then they
Man.
came back recently and hit you hard with "I'm loving it."
I mean,
That's huge.
It was quick,
Yeah.
but it was effective. It really
Yeah.
was. I'm loving it.
Rocco says it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, you're making me want my childhood.
And a burger.
Now, there are some other ones, too, that just weren't necessarily jingles, but they were still effective. Wendy's had one back in the 80s that was very effective.
Where's the beef?
Remember that?
Oh yeah, the slogan.
Claire Peller.
Yeah.
Yeah, that little old lady that would go up and look at that scrawny little burger and
Yes.
she would say, "Where's the beef?"
Where's the beef was huge.
Do you guys remember the Stouffer's Pizza one? Help yourself, help yourself, help yourself to Stouffer's Pizza. Help yourself.
Vaguely.
Vague. It doesn't belong in this conversation.
Whatever, man.
What about plop, plop, fizz, fizz? Oh, what a relief it is.
See, I'm gonna support you. That does belong in the conversation. I'm standing by Stouffer's Pizza.
Bruh.
Bruh.
You are too pizza tainted in your brain.
You are also very against frozen food.
Do you guys remember the jingle from Nair?
Maybe.
We wear short shorts.
Yeah.
Who wears short shorts? We wear short shorts. If you dare wear short shorts, dare for short shorts.
That was kind of sexy.
That's a jam.
Yeah.
That's my cut. I
I
like that.
bet that fit the needs of a lot of young men.
I think the
I would have
commercial.
to watch that commercial.
Yeah, I think it was just a bunch of legs.
Yeah, it was.
It was quick edits.
It was very short.
It
yeah.
was very short shorts,
Very short
and the
shorts.
legs went so high.
They needed Nair on more than their legs. But I got to tell you, this wasn't a jingle, but man, this really was effective. But do you remember the name of the product for this lady that's laying on the ground, calling out for help?
I've fallen and I can't get up.
We're sending help immediately, Mrs. Fletcher.
Life alert.
Yeah,
Okay,
Life
you do
Alert.
have it. All right.
There was a front part of that commercial, and it's the old guy. Do you remember what he says right before her part?
No.
He's on the ground. I'm having chest pain.
I forgot about that guy.
As a kid, it was kind of traumatizing to watch.
Not as fun as we wear short shorts.
That was
no.
way better.
No, maybe that's what gave the guy the heart attack. He was watching that commercial.